Good morning, my name is Kirsty Dignam and I'm here to look at the energies for this week with today's Monday's Musings on the 4th of September. I can't help but smile when I think of the date, and I'm uncertain actually as to why. And that feels really poignant this week. Do we need a reason to smile? Do we need a reason to feel excitement? Do we need a reason to feel alive? And if so, what are those reasons? Muddy the waters, that I want to be at peace in my heart and this wisdom that is coming through. To the point where I didn't want to look at the energies. I just don't want to look, which is also quite valid this week. To really make the most of that contentment and to take that into situations, not to avoid the situations, but to take that into situations is really going to be needed. It also helps us to ground. So this beautiful heartfelt energy is wonderful. It's very dreamy. It's very hedonistic. It's very, I said to a friend the other day, I feel like I'm in the 60s. I just feel like, whoa. Yeah, and it's really great. But it can really help to ground ourselves when we start to apply this energy to things, you know, rather than keeping it just to ourselves. When we share this, we multiply it, we expand this energy. This heart wisdom comes the knowledge of being able to look after ourselves in a deeper, more respectful, sacred manner, and we will find ourselves in situations that will test that. Recognising it's your own journey. Recognising when we try and figure out everybody's path in this, it's going to get confusing. Recognising as long as we turn up for our heart and be in the space of our heart's wisdom, we're going to maintain that balance, and recognising it's that balance actually that feels so bloody fantastic. Let's look into the energies this week and how to best navigate them. What is fun for me? Being at peace. Now I know that doesn't sound exciting, and the younger me would have been like, oh god, old lady. But actually, when I look back, I've always found being at peace, content, fun. Now, so this week, really looking into what helps you have an abundant life, what helps you really connect and ground to the growth that has occurred for you and that will occur naturally anyway and around you. More to that, there is more to it than meets the eye. That's what I hear. There is more to this week than meets the eye. So let's bring it back to what's in front of us, and that feels quite poignant this week when everything gets a bit whoa. There is so much going on out there and the heart says, I don't want to do this. I'm quite happy back where I was, feeling safe and not expanding and not, you know, I just need to be with me. Beautiful doing that, so we can then look at what is actually going on in front of us. Being where you are and being surrounded by people that allow you to be where you're at, wherever that may be, is incredible. There's a lot of beings there, a lot of beings. Is incredibly healing. Allowing each other to do that on the Monday. I felt great resistance there, but knowing that we can look at what's coming, what's happening from a place of presence to straight into the heart. I hear the thing, Red Bull gives you wings, but no, the heart gives us wings on the Monday. Okay, so recognizing the illusion of definition, of the need to define something, to take away that finesse by labelling something on the Saturday. If we're going to walk through this portal, walking through open, free, accepting of something beyond our own understanding, and the beauty of having no labels of, oh, this relationship needs to be da 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 da, this job needs to be da 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 da. No, it's not to say you have no say in it, but to really feel the communication, the say coming from the emotions. Do I want to do it? Does it call me? Does it call me like the moon calls the wolves? Does it call me like the moon illuminates the sky in her full body? Does it speak to my feminine emotions, my feminine psyche? Is it as old as time? Is it who I am? Saturday is going to be that helps you walk through the portal. That's part of the beauty of having no expectations, or at least not being even close to what will be expected of us when we ask for these things. But I'd felt it on an emotional, on a real, every part of my core. I knew I wasn't being who I was. It's all part of an original wish from a long time ago, and not necessarily the wish that we've had for ourselves, but the wish the ancestors had for us, and perhaps the earth herself. This week, really feeling into that, really feeling into that core love of presence, of just being in life and experiencing it. I really feel that in my chest. There are some massive openings of the heart chakra round about the portal in particular, but we're going to feel them this week as Venus returns. We're going to feel when Venus, our hearts may feel a bit too big for our body, and it's that regurgitation of the chest. There's still things in there that need to be regurgitated out to make room. I can hear a childhood advert, make room for them. Is it make room for the mushrooms? Hey, I've never done mushrooms, but I am aware that people do them. And what do we have with that? We have that more trippy, open, psychic type energy, expansion. Make room for expansion. Find ways to expand your heart space this week. Allow that to be the light to take us forward. You don't have to. Of course you don't have to. But in times when you are unable to see a way forward, allowing the heart to guide you is part of the vision here. It's part of the wisdom. It's part of the calling of the moon card. There's one of the biggest illusions in this world is the power of love. If things happen to us, for us, a mixture of both, are we uncertain? But it can be quite restrictive, or we can be quite restrictive in how we view the out there energy. Emotional ride this week, but it is balanced. You know, we can have a mental thought, how is that affecting me? We can have an emotion, one of my thoughts about that. And that really feels like the two sphinx on the chariot here. That, you know, the light and the dark, the masculine and the feminine, our mental attitude and our emotional wisdom. Are they working together this week in regards to what it is we are aiming for? What do we need to not take with us mentally? Where are we stabbing ourselves in the back? Where are we destroying something before it's even had chance to be born? Us to look at what no longer serves us individually and as a whole unit here. What's missing from the equation is the recognition that at times our actions aren't quite level pegging with our emotions. At times we are not quite being true to what our heart desires. And yes, that's going to affect how we celebrate. Yes, that's going to affect what we deliver and what we create. So this week, really searching for that harmony within. That Ten of Swords, is that self-sabotage, destroying it before it happens? Yeah, really looking at that, because the truth of the matter is you haven't done this moment, in this situation, in this time, from where you're at. That's presence, okay? If you're thinking you've done it before, that's the past. If you're looking at how it may come out, that's the future. Presence is the knowledge to know in this moment, you may have the wisdom of before, you may have the trauma of before, but this is the first time you're doing it from that level, that sacred union with ourselves, with each other. Imagine that, a world where we didn't point out what someone was doing, what someone isn't doing, you know, someone's views, what someone else believes, where we were just, it's part of the world, right? It's part of the united verse, this huge chorus that we're all aspects of. When we think back to our own species evolution, but what I've just noticed by picking up what's underneath the cup, yeah, and turning it over, taking a really good look, what's underneath the heart here? What is that support? What is that calling? What is that message? When I turn it over, well, I have, you can't see that it's all rather charming, actually. Try and remember that this week if you can. Take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.